Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Young Urban Moms, where we are doing part two of our Parenting Teens series. Today, we're going to talk about social media while momming. So, first of all, I think that
and it's like a two-part, kind of also policing our teens on
yeah.
social media.
yes,
Right.
yes, we're going to get there.
Yeah.
So, first of all, let's talk about our own social media accounts, right? So, do you really think about your kids when you're posting? Like, do you think, what will my kids say before you post some shit?
No.
Wait. Do they follow you? Let's start there.
Yeah, my son follows me,
Okay.
and I follow him.
Okay.
Yeah, my younger son follows me, and my older son, we go through our moments where we block and unfollow each other. You know, it's like a relationship.
That's what it sounds like.
We literally go through, I'm blocking you, like, for no reason. It's like, I'm just mad at him. I don't want to see his page. But, yeah, I used to not think about it because my social media was for business purposes
Right,
only. And my
exactly.
kids were younger when I first started my social media account. Now that they're older, I still use it for business, but I have to be careful, like
Of how you post.
I just try not to post too risque. Like I'm still, I started off as a model. It started off as a modeling account,
Right.
So
Well, first, let me just say that Kathy is popping on social media. So let's start there, okay, bitch? Like,
thank you.
yes. So,
And it's crazy you say that because I hate that I'm popping on. Like I don't like being popping on social media because of this whole like being a mom thing. And it kind of like it puts me in a space where I think too much now about what
how
I'm
to post,
posting, how I'm
yeah.
posting, and I'm like, why do I even need this to be an actress? Why do I even need this to model? But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, I do think about what I'm posting now. I never used to before when they were younger. Now that they're teenagers, I do. Why? Because they're boys. They're going to high school. They're getting, the other being that I am popping and I've done all these music videos and all these shows. His friends are watching,
Right.
Yeah.
and everyone else is too in the neighborhood. So it's like,
And they will say something.
yeah. But what I do,
but will they say something? Like, I feel like,
Maybe.
This is what I've realized.
think so?
People are gonna talk no matter what, and people are most likely talking because you're doing something right. So I just talk to my kids, Papi. Listen, son, this is my social media account. This is my business. This is how I make money to take care of you guys. So I am going to post some things that might be a little sexy.
Questionable.
I'm a model. I'm an actress. This is a role that I'm playing. This is not real. When I come home, I'm mom. I put on sweats, t-shirt. Like, I look like a freaking vieja. When I come home, I got the rollers on, the doobie, the mask. I look crazy. So they're seeing mom on social media and then mom in real life.
Right.
So as long as they know
What it is.
it's no problem.
Yeah.
Because my kids love it and they love social media too, and they create their own little videos. And my older son, he's good at video editing, and like his page is very artsy and artistic. And then my little one, it's all about music, and me, it's all about my acting and my
And your
modeling. So it's like we're all on the same wave. So they kind of understand like this is our lifestyle. We grew up in this. Mom has always been a model since they were born. So that's what it is. And they have my back. So there was a moment when me and my older son got into an argument, and he was like, oh, you're just trying to be a model. Like, he said something disrespectful, and I said, oh, yeah? Well, guess what? Since I'm just a dumb model on Instagram or whatever, I'm not buying you shit this year. I'm not buying you shit.
That money that's coming
I'm not
from
getting
me
you
being
nothing.
That model is not going to go to
Ask
supporting
your
you.
dad. See if he'll give it. Let's see if dad gives you money easily, like, because dad makes them work for it.
yeah.
Right.
Mom gives
Gives
it
it.
to them.
Yep.
So go ask dad. Go see if dad'll, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're not going to disrespect me. This is how I pay my bills.
Right.
And
you
that's
know?
your career.
And that's my career. I'm
Exactly.
not being a hoe. I'm not being a thot. I'm not doing nothing
You're not
disrespectful. I don't
doing-
even
Of
bring
course.
men to the house.
Right.
My kids have never met a guy that is not their dad. Have they met my guy friends? Yeah, like platonic friends. But guys that I'm
Dating, right.
never. They could never say, oh, mom be having all these guys and that. Never. So can't disrespect your mom. Like, I pay the bills.
Yeah.
So I think that's my take on that, the
Okay.
social media thing.
Yeah. I do my radio show, and I teach aerobics classes, and I teach roller skating. So I'm not really doing anything
Crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like most of my posts is business and family stuff. I have 2 pages. I got a personal page and I got a business page. And it's pretty much straightforward. There's nothing crazy.
Yeah. What about
Well-
you, Mel? I know.
Well,
Well,
Let's get comfy.
Scooch
Scooch in.
So, no, there was a time. It's so funny because I mentioned this the other day on Facebook that I realized that I became a platform. So before becoming a platform, and I guess my personal page now is not like a platform. It used to be a personal page, but now since I started Bar TV and since I
you're
was
the
on the
face.
radio and now I'm a face, so now I have to watch what I post, not only for my children, but also for my fan base, for
Your brand.
my brand, period. You know, the eyes that are watching that you don't even know are watching, you know, for opportunities. I don't want to mess up opportunities just because I'm being too much of myself on my personal page, because it's technically not personal anymore. Now it became business, even though I have a separate business page. But before, taking it back to that question, yes, there were times that I would post, you know, subliminal bullshit memes. You know, I wake
You
up.
used to post subs, Mel.
I wake up feeling like fuck deadbeat dads today, and I might
Yeah,
talk
and you'll
my
post
shit, or you know, say something crazy because this is how I'm feeling today. But as Kiki started getting, because my teenager has no phone, she's not allowed to be on social media. She has no phone. At first, this is tapping into the policing of the Instagram.
Well, you could make your point.
At first, she did have an Instagram, but I gave her so many chances of expecting her to be responsible on social media, but she was disrespectful. She was irresponsible, and I could not trust her to independently have a social life online.
Right.
So that's why she can't now. But my little 8-year-old, she has her phone and she goes on my page. So of course, yeah, I definitely don't post nothing because a freaking cut off shirt, and she's like, "Oh, mom,
Why do you have
your
that
stomach
on?
out? What are you doing? That's why you wanted to get your tummy tucked."
Yeah.
You know,
I know. I was gonna say, and you're also very honest about your like plastic surgery journey on social
Yes,
media. So I was
yes,
curious if your daughter would be.
They know all about that, and of course they know that mommy needed a makeover because I sacrificed my body twice
For them, right?
Yes.
I had 2 C-sections, so of course I'm definitely open. I do post, you know, my bikini pictures or whatever pictures. It depends the season, whatever. I want to be a sexy grown woman on Instagram. Sometimes I do that, but I am a little conscious as far as the memes and the things that I post.
Okay.
I don't want to put nothing out there negative.
Yeah.
I'll say it like that. I try to put everything on my social media positive.
Yeah.
Inspirational.
Well, not only does my daughter follow me and her man, but all of her little classmates, yes, follow me as well.
Really?
Yes,
Wow,
and
okay.
like every day I get a
think you're
different
cool.
person, I guess, or like it's a thing where they'll all be like, "Wow, Briare's mom is hot" or something. Which yes, I'm flattered, but on the same token, it is like, you know, I kind of do want to live my life and not feel like I'm
But you
probably
hold
gonna
back
be
a little
judged.
bit because you know that her friends are following
Yeah,
you, and you
I
don't
probably
wanna
do.
make them feel some kind of way.
For sure. Like I posted a picture of myself yesterday that I thought I looked cute in, and it wasn't even anything crazy.
You did. I liked it.
Well, she literally sent it to me as a DM and was like,
No.
"You look crazy in this picture. You should take it down." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, your hair is looking wild, and your makeup is making you look too white." I'm like, "All right, well, I like it, so thank you for your honesty, but have a nice day." Like, I don't know.
Hating on your whole picture,
Yes.
right?
Or one time I had posted a picture of myself in a bathing suit, and it's a one piece because I have stretch marks, so I don't wear 2 pieces. We've talked about this. And she but it was sexy, you know, and it was showing a little side boob. And she literally texted me, DM'd me right away because she wasn't home or whatever. And she was like, "Do you think possible job opportunities would see this and like
Wait.
think
So
this
she
is
was
okay?"
being, she was being
was
the parent.
Right.
She who's policing
Yes.
you.
It's like, bitch, you came out of my vagina. Like,
Right.
not the other way around.
Right.
So, what?
You probably was looking really fly.
I was.
That's
And that
probably why
picture is
she
still
took
there. So, anyway. But yeah, so like she's very much like, but it's more like you're not looking right. Meanwhile, it's like the
Right.
pic got lots of likes, so goodbye, hun. Like,
Exactly.
but yeah, so it's weird. It's almost
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
That's so cute. Janae does that to
So
me too.
she's policing you.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's policing
My
her.
kids do that to me too. Janae today, she was like, "Well, I don't know about that hairstyle." No, she made me change my shirt. And so
Really?
she's like, "Well, Mom, I just want to make sure you're going to be on film. You're going to be on camera. How many episodes are you doing? How many do you have your outfits together?"
Wow.
So she cares about what
you
I'm
look
putting
like.
out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my son gets a little crazy when I get dressed up for like certain gigs and certain events. He'll be like, "You wearing that? Why you wearing that?"
Right.
And I'd be like, "Look, kid, if I don't wear this, how you think you was born? Like, cut it out."
Yeah.
My kids, they're used to it. Like
Yeah.
again, like since they were born, they've kind of had a hot mom.
Right.
Like
That's
literally,
it.
this has always been me. Like I've never.
But are
since
they comfortable with it is the question.
I never really like.
Cared.
No, not that I never cared. I feel like if they were uncomfortable, they like just
They
like
would've
they
said
voiced
something.
everything else.
Yeah.
Like they would have voiced it, but not only would they have voiced it, their dad would have said something.
Yeah.
Which he has said something to me like in the past, like, "Oh, you always dressing like this, and you got the boy." I don't dress like this when I hang out with them.
Right.
I dress like this
When you going to do your
when I
business.
do my own thing.
See,
So,
but the thing is, I follow Catherine on social media, and I will say that in comparison to a lot of influencers or models or vixens or whatever you want to call them, you don't post in a tasteless manner.
no, yeah, I tried. That's
Yeah.
and I do keep them in mind. But I used to, bartend and stuff in the clubs, and so they make you promote, and I would have to wear like a cute
Little
skimpy
things,
outfit
yeah.
and promote it. At that time period was a tough time period for me and the kids because it was like, I
I
have
want
to.
see my mom's.
You know what I'm
ass
saying? But
out.
they were so they were
Right.
little, so
They were
they
little.
weren't even on social media yet. Their dad was. So their dad was like the one
So he
really
was
making.
the
Right. He
one
could have been a
posting
hater
you.
too.
Oh, he's 100% a hater.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I do? I watch his page through my son's page.
I cannot.
Why you have so much
You're
money
lurking.
on the gram, but
Where's
the
the
money
child
over
support?
here?
Yeah.
I
I
see
know.
you posting all that money, and he'd be like, "How this bitch is?"
No, right.
Gucci
Stalking.
this, Gucci that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I feel like they, I'm
Yeah.
just comfortable. I feel like when you make your kids feel good, like they're comfortable, like I'm your mom no matter what, whether I'm wearing this or whether I'm wearing that, I'm still your mother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
just
still
have
gonna
that
make sure.
conversation.
Yeah.
with
I'm
them.
still gonna beat your ass if you act up, whether I'm wearing a dress or
Or
some
In a
not.
dress
You're
with
right.
heels.
With heels, right. My only thing with my son is because I don't look my age.
Mhm.
So I people always say that I look like his little sister or his big sister, and he hates that.
Yeah.
So like when I used to go to his high schools or even his college now, like one time I went to his school in the University of Hartford, and they were like, I'm like, "Oh, I'm looking for my son's dorm. Do you know where it is?" And the security was like, "Your son? You look like one of the students."
I get the same
He
thing
Yeah.
all the time.
hates that. So he keeps me away from his friends. Like they can only say hi, bye, and that's it. They do not follow me on social media. Do not do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son's friends are scared of me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't play that because when they come over and they're doing that like too laid back, like they're too laid back. I hate that. Like you in someone else's house, have respect.
Yeah.
Clean up after yourself. Leave when I tell you to leave because you're not about to be here all night. Get out.
Yeah, no. I have those issues.
I've even had his girlfriends,
Yep.
like little friends that he has, little girls. Like you gotta check them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, girl, you're not about to move in here. Go
Right.
home. Go home.
So how do you guys police their social media? How do you do it?
You know, I've kind of given up.
Yes.
I mean, first of all, these teenagers have 25 fucking Instagram accounts. Like,
And they change them.
50
Yeah.
And they changed the name.
And
right.
changed
So they
their
call
names.
my daughter calls it her spam account, and so like really the real shit goes there.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fool, so like I know. And then her main account, which I follow and like other family members follow, she barely posts on that shit. So it's
Right.
like,
My son likes
Mom
to
and
go
dad.
through pictures. Like what he will do is like he'll have a certain amount of pictures, and then after a a while, he'll delete them, and it's like he's starting all over again.
He
Right.
Actually.
He archives them because he doesn't want to leave too many on the
Yeah, it
profile.
keeps it
That's
interesting.
how they
Keeps the
gain
page
more
interesting.
followers.
That's how
Yeah.
they get more followers with the less pictures.
Allegedly.
My
Allegedly.
with my younger son, I have his account on mine. Like I
Right.
can, like
Monitor
he's signed
his.
into my phone, so I'm always on his
Mhm.
Instagram. My older son, I can't really police him. Like it's his. I try to give him that that like one thing you want privacy on. All right, your social media.
Right.
But you know, when I can get access to it, I try and do it like sneaking and.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks. Like, I don't want to, there's things that you don't want to read and things you don't want to see, but
Yep.
it's also good to be aware. And what I do is when I read something, I don't want to, like, when I see something I don't like or that I don't agree with, that I know I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe he did this.
You don't react.
I don't react. I act like I didn't even see it. What I do is I'll call his dad. We'll talk about it, and he'll tell. His dad is way more calm than me. Like I react immediately. He'll be like, "Well, wait, calm down. Let's think about how strategically we're gonna go about this." So he'll help me in that sense, where he's like, you know, I got this. I'll handle it, because he does listen to his dad more. Like they have more better communication than me and
But
him.
that's a male perspective too, because it's
Yeah.
hard to be a female raising a boy.
Yeah. So I mean, even though we're not together, I am grateful that he's kind of
In his
there.
life, yeah,
For
exactly.
sure.
And he's
That's
got
good.
that
He
communication.
got that balance,
ahead.
right?
Yeah.
He
It
has
could be
mommy's
better,
perspective
but-
and daddy's perspective.
I mean, listen.
I'm never satisfied.
I know.
It could be
Yeah, I
better.
was
The
just gonna
communication could definitely be better. Okay.
I think
Yeah.
that as mothers, I don't know if it's a single mother thing, but I just think that as mothers, I don't know. I feel like nobody will ever do enough for my child.
Yeah,
They will
100%.
yeah,
never
that's
get
true.
enough.
I
That's
know.
true.
You could
Never.
always do better.
I know.
Like, bro, really?
Because
that's
we
not
always
enough.
do 100.
We do the
We do
most.
like 1,000%. And
so
they
it's
do,
like you can't
their
match my
100 can't.
1,000%.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can't.
So
Yeah.
it's like,
But
Yeah.
that's
You
our
gotta eat
inner
for
instincts,
effort.
though.
Yeah.
That's what we are made of. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Right.
As mothers, we always put our all, regardless of how old they are. They're gonna be 50,
Well, the good
60 years
ones.
old.
There's some really bad.
I know.
moms,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
give a
Yes.
damn, but
Yeah, well, my younger son, my son's father lives in Cali. He's back and forth from like New York and Cali. So, long story short, on social media, his life looks lit.
Mm-hmm.
So my younger son was like, I want to live with dad. I want to go to Cali. I want to live that lifestyle. So I let him go, like, you know, for 2 months. Well,
Wow.
he was going to go for the whole year and study out there. He came back. He was like, Mom, I don't like it. It's not what I thought it was. And I'm like, I told you, your dad be fronting on the gram.
Wow.
He don't got it
the
like
grass
that.
is not always
Okay.
green
On
on the other side. You gotta be
Like,
careful what you ask
come
for.
back
too.
to
my
mama.
daughter, too.
Yeah.
Come
Janae
back
wanted
to mama.
Janae wanted to leave me for her dad too.
Yeah,
I was
they all
"Go
do
ahead,
that.
bitch, go
He
ahead."
came right
Yeah, they
back.
They all do
Yeah.
that. And the more you resist that, then the more
The
they
more
want to
they
go.
want.
You kind of have to
So
let
it's
them
like,
you gotta
learn.
let
I
them
was
go,
like, okay,
yeah.
go with your dad. And
Yeah.
see. My older one, he's not stupid. He knows. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, I'm not gonna go over there. I'll see you dad when I'm over Because and also he has his friends here. Like he didn't want to leave, but my little one was still finding him. So he's like, I want to go to Cali. You know, he wants to be an artist. So he's like,
Oh yeah, so he
No.
felt like the
Thinks
connection
Cali
will be
is
there.
like a bigger opportunity.
yeah, but no, because on the gram it looks like a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
When you get there, it's not.
Not.
Yeah.
Mhm.
right.
But one thing I have to say that I actually really appreciate about your gram is that you actually share your journey and like you're real about it. Like that was one thing. Like before I even met you, I was like, oh, she's like my friend in my
Yes,
head.
because no, for real,
Yeah.
Catherine. What did I post her on?
I forgot. It was something.
We were
You were
Pocket
on a
Full of
set,
Game.
yeah.
We were filming Pocket Full of Game when I did the cameo, and she commented. She was like, "That's my friend in my head."
I love her. Yeah, but seriously, like
and
I
I
feel
was like, "Oh wow!" I'm like, "Okay, just
Yeah.
tell her, she'll come on."
And I mean, I feel like honestly, and now this is getting all mushy and stuff, but I do feel like you really kind of embody Yum in that way because it's like, you know what, your day will be fucked up and you'll post in your stories all the fucked up parts of your day, but then you still look fabulous at the end of it. And it's like, oh, I'm just. So I feel like I appreciate that. Well, no.
I think we all got a little.
Yeah.
I'm angry, but I'm gonna
It's
look good
called
doing
real.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just life, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
she
and
is
I feel like
real.
more people need to be, especially moms, need to be real about it. And I don't think we should be hiding our sexuality on the gram because sexuality is a part of life. It's like you
Yes.
said. That's how life gets here. So, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, it's about your comfort level, right? Like, obviously, like, some people are more comfortable putting their shit out there than others. others. And some, like for me, I mean, I'm not like a nun, and I really feel like I'm not old yet, so I still like embrace my
shouldn't,
sexiness, but like it's all about your personality.
I get a little bit more personal on Facebook than I do Instagram.
Do you? And like Facebook has been abandoned for like the only shit that goes to Facebook is what automatically goes from Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a lot of
I'll
my
talk
followers
on
and stuff,
Facebook.
I got a lot of followers still on Facebook.
Really?
So I usually have a lot of, but like you said, like my Instagram and my Facebook is connected. So whatever I post pictures and stuff,
Right.
automatically
It goes there.
But if I want to write a message or anything,
Yes.
or if I want
I
to
do that on
express
Facebook.
yeah, exactly.
Or
If I-
Twitter, yo. Like Twitter is where I get like
I
political
hate
and
Twitter.
I really.
And I used to love Twitter. I used to talk
hate it.
so much shit
Yes.
on Twitter, but then I had to stop because I still think that I'm still remembering all my tweets, all the messed up tweets that I would tweet my
and then when you're rich and famous, they're
you
gonna put
peasant,
that out.
Like, yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about. I'm like, oh God, they're gonna come for me because of all my Twitters.
Yeah. It's
They
like,
are.
she
They're gonna
hates
come for
men.
me.
She calls them peasants. I don't know.
Yeah, I call them peasants, drug dealers. Like I was so young and I even like so angry. Like when I
Yeah.
had Twitter, I was like,
I don't
Twitter
know,
fingers for real. That
Yeah.
was me.
At least you admit
I was
it.
Twitter fingers all day.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I don't know. It seems like moms use Instagram the most then
I
then
do.
I
Facebook
use my
second.
Instagram for like all my pictures and stuff like that, but my Facebook, like if I want to write messages or get at somebody, like
Yeah.
how I'm feeling for the day.
Get at
Like,
them.
Yeah. I get
How
it
do
off
you guys
them.
feel about posting your kids?
I love posting
I
my
love posting
kids,
my kids too.
but my kids don't like
Being posted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Same
get
here.
problems with doing the selfie pictures. It's like, oh God.
Yeah. I
My
post my
kids.
kids in embarrassing moments. I'm not even going to lie.
Really?
Yes. Like the other day, I have like an island in my kitchen, and for whatever reason, my kids
They
were
laid
sitting
on
on.
the
Like, yes,
kitchen.
my daughter like laid across it. My son's like sitting, and I'm like, I have chairs, I swear. And like my daughter saw it later and was like, why would you post that? And I'm like, because I thought it was funny.
You laid on the island.
Yeah, but like, so I don't know. I do, but she doesn't like being posted always, or she wants to like approve her post, and it's like, bitch, you're not Beyonce.
Oh, because she want to
We're
make
not
sure she
gonna-
look right.
Exactly, and we're not doing
Her
that.
friends are following
Yes,
you.
and she's hit me after the fact, like, take this down now, and I'm like,
I
nope.
post them on my story a lot more.
Yeah,
You know, because
Yeah.
it goes away after 24 hours. I also have a lot of creeps that follow me. I have 206,000 people that follow me. So it's like hard to keep up with
Of
who's following me,
course.
who's not. I don't really want all those people in my son's
Person,
life
right.
and business and following them.
Following them, yeah, that
I
makes
post
sense.
them on my story, leave it up for 24 hours.
And then
If it's a
that's it.
real special moment, I'll post it on my feed and then I archive
Archive
it
it.
and
Yes.
take
Okay.
it down.
yes,
I try to keep my page about me.
yes,
Right.
me too.
Yeah,
They
I
don't.
mean,
I mean, like when I post my son of the little rapper,
Yeah.
they love that. You
Okay.
know, my followers love that because it's hip hop, it's music.
Yeah.
But you know, other
Certain
than that,
things is personal.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have girls, so
Really, you're real
I'm
careful.
very
Yeah.
careful with the things that I post about the girls. As far as pictures, especially Janae, she's built like Beyonce right now,
Mhm.
and I just
Uh-oh,
don't want
uh-oh.
guys looking at her picture, looking at her in any kind of way.
Yeah.
Right.
So a lot of people look at my grandma and they might feel like, oh, she really only posts the baby. She hardly posts the teenager. Yeah, because I don't want y'all motherfuckers getting hard looking at
Yeah.
my daughter's fat ass.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I mean? So
yeah,
See, I've
No.
accepted that too. Like
Yeah.
my
No.
daughter, she's got probably more TNA than me. I think.
Right.
And definitely T.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
we're
don't
not
care.
the only. Listen, I've read articles where celebrities even deal with this, like
Right.
Lala
Yeah.
Anthony and her son. Like they don't like he like sometimes he gives her a hard time to take a picture for social media because he's at that age. They're teenagers. Like
I know.
I heard
And he's
Dre-
playing
Drea-
ball, too,
Yeah,
so,
and then
yeah.
Drea, the designer,
Mhm.
her son is a teenager. I read an article too where like she doesn't post her son that much because of the comments and all that crap. And sometimes you just avoid
You
it.
wanna
Yeah.
protect them,
You
too,
gotta
yeah.
protect them.
You protect your
and
kids.
also
And
even
People
like,
are cruel on social
I
media.
bet it took me. I really wanted to post the cheerleading thing that I posted the last time when they had that I think the homecoming cheer or whatever, and I posted it. But I swear I had anxiety after that, and I just might end up going to archive it just because I'm like. They're gonna know what high school she's in. What
Yeah.
if, what if
Oh,
I have a
yeah,
stalker
right.
and they go to my daughter's
Yeah.
school and God forbid you hear stories and everything.
I
So
know.
I'm just
I've thought
really
about that.
paranoid.
Yeah, that's
Super
true.
Paranoid. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause
Social
they are
media has
crazy-
its pros
crazy
and
like that.
cons. Like, you know, it's good for promotional purposes, but then it's like if you make it too personal, it
Then
could get a little creepy.
Yeah, it could get
you
a
know?
little creepy. Definitely.
So
Yeah.
Because some people out there, they just use it for the wrong reasons, and you don't know who
Right.
they are.
And then I know I have over 20K followers that I
Yeah.
don't even know. I don't know what.
yeah, I don't know
they
any
are.
of my, I don't know
They
how,
might be sitting there piecing things together.
Your life
to
together.
Send
I only
freaking
know who I'm
ransom letter or
following,
something.
yeah.
I don't know. God forbid.
the
Stop.
only people I know is who I'm following. Like if I'm following you, I know you, I've worked with you, I've met you
Me
in
too.
person.
Me too.
You know, there's obviously some celebrities that I follow just
Right.
because, you know, it's good.
Inspirational,
Inspirational,
motivational.
But
Right.
other than
But that's
that,
like
it's
100,000 plus motherfuckers that you don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
And I am dealing with a stalker situation right now. Every time I post something, I'm getting like texts from weird numbers, like, "Oh, you bitch, you this, you're doing that."
What,
What?
they DM you?
No text message. It's somebody I know.
Oh,
'Cause they
Oh,
have
And
no.
they're on
Okay.
my page, and I have so many followers. I can't block them. I don't know which page
ones?
it's from. So it's like
And
I
they
had to make my
probably
page
made that
private.
Use
Yeah.
a fake Google number or
They
something
have a fake
like that.
Google number, all that, and it's like it's.
But
really
then making your page
unfortunate.
private can limit opportunities for you.
And I'm at a point where I'm like, I
Yeah.
know that, but
Yeah.
it's like I needed a mental break.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I
But the person might be following you.
don't think so because ever since I made it private, I haven't been getting messages.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like making it because when it's public, literally you can go on the search and put Catherine Nunez Instagram and my profile pop up. You don't have to have Instagram. You know, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's
'Cause
someone
it's a
who
business page. You have it, yeah.
But
Wow.
unfortunately, I had to make it private just for my own personal sanity, like just so I could feel like safe.
Of course.
Do
I'm
you
over it.
do your kids posting pictures of you on their pages? Because I know my son doesn't
No.
post any pictures of me on his
Listen,
page.
my
kid
older
don't.
son, no, my younger son, I have his access to the account, so I post myself. On
I cannot. I cannot handle you.
But I
Look
do
at
it on
my mommy,
purpose because my son's father's mother. I used to call her my mother-in-law, but not anymore.
She's been demoted.
My ex mother-in-law. Like I just posted so she could see how great I'm doing.
Wow.
Amazing I'm doing without her son because she thought I would never find someone better than her son. Like, are you kidding me?
Wow.
Wow, she's one of those moms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
In
she
denial.
yeah, and not like, dude, your son is still living with you.
Right. I got one of those
I'm
too.
fast, I'm sorry, but
I
had
got one
to.
of those too, girl. So
Like, I'm
Yeah.
over it. But
Right.
we need a whole other episode about mother-in-laws. But
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I got a lot of stories.
very
Yeah, me too.
Interesting. That's
Yes.
what I say. Very
yeah.
interesting.
But our mother-in-laws on social media? Probably not.
Well,
Well,
mine
yeah.
is.
Yours
She
is.
is, but she don't be
Yours.
posting. She just be watching.
oh, she's just
Okay.
watching.
She's the watcher.
she's a
the one-
lurker.
There's lurkers and then there's posters.
Yeah. Well, it's better than posting shade because I've heard I mean, I haven't dealt with that, but I don't know. Social media could definitely be
Sister-in-laws and mother-in-laws.
yes,
Next episode.
the worst. I know.
The in-law breakups.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Terrible. But yeah, I don't know, girl. Like I feel like the social media shit is crazy. And I feel like the kids use it so differently than we do.
Definitely.
But yet then they want to tell us how we should be doing shit and it's like, no. I'm going to
Well, I'm all the way gave up to the point that she can't even have a phone. So
Wow.
Right.
So
So how long is that going to last?
15-year-old
my
doesn't have a-
15-year-old doesn't have a phone. I took the phone away, and I'm suffering more because I
You can't keep
need
track
the
of her.
communication with her. But it's to the point that
Are we tracking our kids on the phone? Like, are we
I
doing
was
the Find My?
I was tracking it. It didn't matter. She was never out of place. 109.10, but
109.10. You know the coordinates?
What does that mean? 109.0.
The coordinates of where she is? Is that the
no,
school?
no. Actually, we're not gonna go there. But
Okay.
Who are listening? No, 109.10 means
I'm going to have
out
to
of
Google
place.
that
I
later.
gotta Google it. I gotta be in
It means
tune.
out of place. Actually,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Okay.
in the prison system.
Oh. All right.
Oh, a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, that's another day.
No.
I got a new one now.
Yeah. Go to 9.10. Don't be out of place. No.
That's hilarious.
But
Yeah.
no, she can't have no phone. It's going to last because I did it for half a year last year. And after half the year, I said, well, you've been without the phone long enough. I think you've earned it. The communication got better. Therapy was working. Here's your phone. And then I swear I had a premonition. I had a dream, and I beat the shit out of her in my dream. And I woke up that day, and I said, well, Janae, I had a dream that I looked in your phone, and there was all kind of crazy stuff. And she goes, oh, no, Mom, no, not me. And that was a warning. I would have, if I was her, I would have cleaned the phone that morning.
Right.
You heard that, right? But no, she slept on it, and we
She was
went
like,
to
this bitch is
parent-teacher
crazy having
conference,
dreams.
And they were telling me she was slacking because of the phone. So I was like, matter of fact, give me that phone. Took the phone away, and then it was on airplane mode. I turned off the airplane mode, and then all of a sudden, bing, 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 all these kind of notifications started coming in. And I was looking at it, and my thing is, it was all inappropriate. It was all inappropriate. From the snaps with my panties on, my Victoria's Secret.
I would.
It's working in the,
I
in the
don't have a
mirror.
daughter.
Yo,
I would
Kathy's
be-
about to throw the mic.
I'm like, what?
From
fucking
the
no.
conversation she was having with the boys, talking about this nigga's over there with his heart on and all this kind of stuff.
I'm
Honestly,
just thinking about how I used to
I-
talk
I-
too. I'm like,
right.
damn.
But
I
we didn't have
honestly-
social media.
I
No,
looked
we
at my
didn't.
daughter differently, and I felt like you felt like I couldn't even talk to her. Get out my face. I don't even want to speak to you because I saw myself going to a dangerous place with her
Yeah.
violently.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's my child. That's my baby. And I saw her differently, and it hurt me, and it kind of really put a strain in our relationship. And for a while, she was on the other side of the house, and I had nothing to do with her. I couldn't even look at her face. That's how disgusted I was.
Wow.
And I'm just like, you have no respect for yourself. And I'm over here sacrificing my life. I can have Tom, Dick, and Harry up in my house if I want.
Yeah.
But I'm respecting you enough not to do that. And then you want to sit there and run around like Tatiana. I'm not going to support that. So
It was good that you took it away.
I took it away. And you
So
know,
what do you think is happening now?
right now?
Because they find a way.
Right
Not
now,
to fuck your head up.
No. Actually, she can't find a way right now because I shitted on her friendships so hard that they don't want to talk to her. She has
I
no
know.
friends.
Yeah.
So she's depressed.
I heard about that.
Yeah, she's depressed right now, and all she's on she's watching 10 seasons of Friends right now. She's on a binge. Watching at home, Netflix and chill, whatever the case may be.
No, well, hopefully not the end show part.
No.
Netflix
and chill
alone.
at home. But
Yeah.
she has
Do you have
no
the ring?
social life. She has no friends. The friends that she got in trouble for turned their back on her and snitched on her. So now she learned a valuable
Lessons
lesson
about
Yeah.
friendship. And
you
trust.
know, and trust. And now she don't even need a phone because she has no friends to communicate with
Right.
anymore. So it's like, leave it like that. Graduate.
I'm your friend.
Yes.
I know.
I'm
me.
your friend, bitch.
Matter of fact, we live together.
Right.
Yeah, you don't need to call
You
me.
don't
I'm
need
here.
to.
There's no
So-
such thing as friendship in high school.
No, and
Yeah.
Which there really kind of isn't. I have to
Her
say.
grades
there
got
isn't,
better.
but I do feel like my son was very depressed the first 2 years of high school. He had no friends, and I prayed for him to get some friends.
No.
So when he finally got a crew of friends, I'm like, this is great. Y'all can stay home, play video games, whatever, you know. But then they, you know, now they don't want to leave. Like they stay up and they there literally till like 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
They don't want to leave the
They're
house.
comfortable.
Then you're
They
like, he
real
needs to go back
comfortable.
to having no friends. No.
And then sometimes I'm like, oh God, I wish he had no friends. But it's good for them to have
Social.
someone to vent
They need a
to.
social
Yeah.
life.
Because depression is real. And when
It
you don't
is
have nobody
real.
to talk to,
Right.
that
Yeah.
shit like that shit could lead you to do other things and harm yourself.
Of
So
course.
I'm like, you know, when I don't want to speak to my son, go hang out with your friends. Like,
Yeah.
go leave. Like, I know his crew of friends. They're not bad kids. They're not out there robbing and stealing.
Mm-hmm.
They're just skateboarding. So it's like,
That's cute.
Yeah, when my
that's
son
good.
started high
Yeah.
school, he was going through a period too. He did a lot of sports. So my son played baseball, basketball, football. So we was always back and forth. And he was going through some stuff at his high school. He went to a Catholic high school with the basketball team, trying to fit in. Now you would think Catholic school, you don't got to worry about the latest sneakers. Yes,
No,
you do.
no.
yes, you do.
They got
That's
money.
all it is. Let me
They
tell
got
you something.
money.
That's all you got to buy in Catholic school is sneakers.
Yeah.
Because
And
they got
that's
the
it.
uniform.
That's it.
So if you
And
got some fly kicks.
He was in a point where he was trying to fit in because he went to a all white Catholic school. So now he's transitioning to a Catholic school with African Americans and Hispanics. So he was like, "Yeah, I got those, and I got those," and caught himself lying a lot just to fit in.
That's sad.
And then it turned into bullying after that. So I, of course, being the mom that I am,
was bullying, or he was being...
he was being bullied because they were like, well, we never seen you in those Jordans, and you never this and you never that. And he did have them. I just didn't let him wear them to school because I'm like, you're going to Catholic school, like, what? And you
wear the little black shoes.
Yeah. So then I started. He was like,
black.
"Ma, please, please, please." So I started letting him wear his sneakers to school because they wasn't supposed to. They would wear their sneakers, change like a block away, and then go to school.
The church shoes.
Yes,
the black
exactly.
church shoes. That's what I would call them.
So he was being bullied a lot. So his first 2 years in high school was like really bad, especially on the basketball team because he wasn't recruited on. He was picked at tryouts. So now because he wasn't part of that clique of the crew, even though he became a starter because he worked his ass off, the kids were still messing with him. So by junior year, he was like, Ma, I don't want to do this. I don't want to spend my 4 years in high school hating it, not going to my prom. Can I please get out?
So wait, you didn't come up to the school with your Tims?
I came out to the school a couple of times.
Okay.
He's gotten suspended one time, too, for fighting. And I went up there like, why are you suspending him? You knew he had problems with that. Like him and his father and I, we was gangsters. We was like, yo, you're not gonna be messing with him. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I went up to the kids like, you're gonna leave him alone. And
I'm
you
like
can bring
that.
your
Me
parents.
too.
Right, me
Oh,
too.
I will
You
step
can
to
bring
some
your
children if
Me
you want to
too.
fuck
My
with my
son-
And they
kids.
was like, nah, it wasn't really like that. I'm like, look, don't fuck with me because when it comes to him, it's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
I'm the
And my
same
son
way.
is not a punk too. He's a
I'm
black
with it.
belt.
Right.
So
me
they
too.
would mess with him to a little extent, but then they knew like they had to back
Yeah,
off.
and your son also has that discipline. Like, yo, I really don't want to do it, but if I do it, I'm a
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's how my son is. My son doesn't like to fight, but if he has to, he's gonna hurt somebody. And he also knows I'm crazy. That's why he don't tell
That's
me
another thing.
when he gets into fights because I'm the pop
A
up
lot of
queen. I will
times he
pop
didn't
up
tell me.
on the mom, the
Exactly.
With my
dad,
hoodie
and
and
I'm
Tim's
coming with
on.
the
Let me
goons.
tell you.
I'm
Vaseline.
coming with my guys.
Exactly.
I'm coming with all my guys. I don't
A
care.
lot of times my son got into so much trouble that he did not tell me because he knew that I
You were
would
gonna
be
pull
up
up.
there
It's gonna be
in
a bigger
second.
problem.
Yeah.
It will be a
Right.
bigger problem. So
Police
he
is gonna
handled
get
it.
involved.
He
Like,
handled
Kids
it
are
well.
the
Yeah.
same way.
See, this
they
is
don't
the
wanna
difference.
Tell mommy because
Uh-uh.
they know mommy will flip the fuck out.
To me, this is the difference between girls and boys because my daughter absolutely tells me whenever she has a problem and I pull up and cause scenes and then she's fucking friends with the bitches like 2 weeks later. And I'm like, why did...
Yeah,
that's
my
get
mom
me
was
fucking
acting crazy that
arrested.
night, right?
Yeah.
Well, probably the girl is like, well, let me just be friends with this girl
Because her
Because
mom's
her
gonna
mom
fuck
is
me up.
cute.
That actually did
That's
happen,
different.
I
Yeah,
think.
it's different.
With
Boys
one
are
of
not
those
like
cases.
that, yeah. Once a boy getting a beef with another guy, 9 times out of 10,
It's a wrap,
It's
yeah.
a wrap with that.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
Janae's like that too, because those girls that snitched on her and turned their backs on her and flipped on her, she don't want to talk to them.
Well, she
Right.
has every right not
She
to.
has that, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's probably better.
And she's like, "Oh, mom, Kayla was coming over here
And
acting
it's
like she was about that
good.
life. I was about to pound her, and I said, Janae, and if you don't pound her out, I'm gonna pound you out." Yeah.
Yes.
I
Wow.
don't care. I won't get mad if they call me from school saying that my daughter's suspended or even expelled, God forbid, because she defended herself.
Right.
Because you better defend yourself.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. You have to.
You fuck up with your grades, I will beat your fucking ass. But if you fuck up because you had to put your hands on somebody, I'm not. mad
Especially
at
when
you.
you're defending yourself.
No,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, we've
And
definitely
she's
come
not
a
a
long way from
troublemaker,
talking about
you know?
social media, but I think this is,
Teenagers.
this is very relevant.
No, but it's part of that too, because there's a
Of
lot
course.
of social media
Cyberbullying, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It
Absolutely.
all starts there, actually, because my son used to get bullied. He had this friend that would create fake accounts and like bully his. My
They
son has
do that a lot.
My son has 2 pages, a one for his YouTube stuff and then a personal one. And like the YouTubers were beefing or whatever, and like he made a fake account, started like commenting on my son's page, and like my son was really angry like about this, and I was like, "What's going on?" And he explained it to me, and I was like, "Well, who is this kid?" I'm coming over there. And I was like, I'll cyberbully his ass. I got 200 followers, 200,000 followers.
pointing
Like,
everywhere.
Make me
The
want
Kathy
to
Hives.
his ass.
Get the
But
Kathy
again,
Hive on
that's
them.
embarrassing. My son, like, he'll be like, no, mom, stop. You're
Yeah.
embarrassing me. Like, I got this.
He
I
has
can
to
handle it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially as a boy.
And
yeah,
actually,
as a
he
man.
handled it pretty well. Like, that time he got into a fight, like, and he didn't tell me about it. I found out. He fought the kid and came back, and he was good. Like he didn't have not one scratch on his face. I was like, let me look at you. You know, you want to check your kid, make sure he's good.
Right. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary, but they have to do what they have to do because we're not around them all the time.
Yeah.
So we have to trust that they know the right things to do and how to protect themselves.
For sure.
Really, seriously. So when my son begged me to take him out junior year of high school, I put him into a public school, which is one of the worst public schools in Jamaica, Queens. But he was like, please, Ma. I knew the principal. Man, he did so well. He got friends. He was happy. He went to his prom. And it felt like that 1 year made up for the 3 years.
Yeah. Wow.
And high school is important, you know.
Yeah.
You need to have a good high
Socially,
school.
it's important.
Socially.
Yeah.
And because he went to an all-boy Catholic school, I said, you know what? You're disciplined with the schoolwork, so I'm not even worried about you on that. You're mature enough. You'll be able to know what friends to be around with and what friends not to be around with. He got into that high school, pulled his grades together, knew the right friends to be with, knew when to mind his business, knew when the gangs was coming, who was in what gang, what the Haitians and Jamaicans were doing, all of that stuff. So I was happy because I was like, you know, when you go to college, it ain't going to be an all-boy college.
Right.
So I need to know how you're going to handle yourself around girls now. So, yeah, go ahead. Go do that last year and see how. I want to see how you do it. And he did all right with the girls. But now when he got to freshman year in college. That was a whole nother story. That's a whole nother
College
show.
lifestyle is definitely.
Well, you're gonna have to put us on because we're up for that next, I guess.
Yes,
But
that's a whole.
I'm not ready.
Other,
I'm not ready.
Is he
You'll
living-
never be
is he
ready.
living
He's
on
living
the-
on a
Oh, my
dorm.
God.
Yes, thank God my brother was there for the first 2 years. My brother lived in Connecticut. Now he's in Delaware. But my best friend is his godmother. She lives in Connecticut, so I kind of got eyes. But like that first independence without a parent waking you up, without a parent telling you what to do, without a parent seeing you come in and out.
So would you say then that it's good or it's better for us to start giving them that freedom now while they're still in high school instead of waiting?
Especially when they become junior and senior year. You
Okay.
got to give them a little bit more.
Okay, I gotta wait another year.
Especially because if they're going away, especially if they're going away and staying on a dorm, you got to be able to trust that they're going to know exactly the right people to be around, to be responsible, to go to class. Because freshman year in college is the hardest year in college because you are definitely on your own to timing yourself for classes, timing yourself for a social lifestyle and all these activities and going to parties. Like, are you going to be able to handle going to a party and waking up and do a paper next day? How you do your management, your time
I
management.
did pretty well, and I did good with that.
Yeah.
So I hope my son does good too. Come on, son. You know you got this.
Yeah,
But you know what?
exactly.
We had our kids as motivation.
Right.
I feel like
Yeah,
in a
that
way,
is true.
you know what I mean? Like,
I would go, like, I think my first, like, I was a mom at 17, so I didn't, like, go out and party till I was
later.
26. Yeah,
Yeah.
my first
Yeah.
out, like, 25,
Well, as they
26.
got a little older.
Yeah, when
Right.
they were older, that's when I started hanging out.
Yep.
And,
Me too.
I had a job, and, like, I had the kids, and I had to, you know, and I party. I still wanted to have a social life. I will be out till 4 a.m, go to work at 8:30,
Mm-hmm.
and
Doing a
then
walk of
come
shame.
home. Yeah, walk of shame. Come home at like 5. Hi, kids.
Make breakfast like you was there. Over
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it was like
I know. Yo, that shit was the worst though for me because my mother like does not like babysitting to this day. And when my mother was the only person I really like left my daughter with, but it would be like fucking 5 a.m. and I would have just come home from the club or whatever, and my mother would be like, "Come get your child, she's breathing." Like it would be
you
like-
home. All right, good. Go make
exactly.
breakfast.
Yeah, it would be bad. And
No.
she used to tell my daughter like. She'd be like, "Yeah, your mom went out to party, like so. That's why she's tired."
No,
I'd be
my
like,
mom.
okay.
My mom was very helpful. Like she prefers. She's like, no, I'll cook. No, I'll do it because you're not gonna do it the she's such
right
a
way.
like a grandma, like hands-on grandma. That's my mom. Like
That's
she'll-
great. You're
she's
lucky,
amazing.
girl.
Yeah, she's amazing. Like till this day, even till now, like you know, my mom is just. I
Yeah,
love
my
her. She's
mom
my
is like
best friend.
that too. But my mom, like I said, she had us so young. She had me so young that, you know, her whole life is me and my son now.
Yeah.
So she wants to do
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? So I got blessed with that
My
too.
mom polices my Instagram.
Really?
Your mom?
Yeah. She's
on Instagram.
She say no.
What did she say?
So it's either like that outfit was off, or like you should have did your hair like this, or why are you being such a hoe?
Yeah.
Like
It's one of the three.
it's one of the three. It's like you should have not worn that outfit. I would have styled you differently,
Nah.
or you should have did this,
Yeah.
or why are you doing that on social media?
No.
My
You're
mom
a
only
mom.
knows about Facebook. So.
It's like you're a mom.
I know.
Your mom, you have boys. They're watching. They're
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
God my
yeah,
parents are nowhere near there. But I do have other family members that
Who
do
watch?
say, like, I had a little moment where I was feeling like stifled in my life. Like, and so then I had a little moment where I started hanging out with all my single friends, like, all the time, probably like 2 years ago. And people were noticing it. Like, in my stories, people would be, like, my family would be like, oh, we see you're out all the time. We don't see your husband, blah, blah, blah. And not for nothing. So my husband he has no social media whatsoever. He's anti-social media. He really doesn't like me posting the kids. So he's one of those dudes. So usually he's the person taking the pic. And, like, people will make little comments and it'll be like, they'll be like, some people will be like, oh,
Who
where's
took the
Edward?
pic? Oh.
Right. And it's like, he was the motherfucker taking the picture, if you must know. Like, it's like very strange. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of pathetic to me though, always, when
Yeah.
people like think it's cute to spy on other people's social.
And then try to tell on you.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
Say something about it. It's like, mind your fucking business. Let me
Yeah.
post what I want to post.
Right.
yeah.
But that's the reason why I also tell my son to be careful what he's posting because everybody's watching.
Right.
Yeah, they're watching.
And they will tell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, family members have come to me too. Well, actually, probably like 2 Christmases ago, I want to say, people felt like Briari was like, I don't know, taking pictures in like maybe like a crop top or something, which
Too
all the
revealing.
teeny
They
boppers
felt
wear.
Like she was doing
Like,
something too much. Too
Right.
right.
Maybe
So
too
they were like, you
revealing.
should look your
Revealing.
age. You shouldn't wear makeup, blah, blah, blah. And I'm kind of like, I'm her mom. If I...
But it is her, like at 16.
That's
I would
her
rather
age.
a 16-year-old wear a crop top than like a 50-year-old.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it
Or,
depends
like,
how to 50-year-old.
Right.
I mean, that's true because
Yeah.
there's a lot of good look.
There's a lot of
but what
sexy
I'm saying is
50-year-olds
like
out
Right.
that is age appropriate for like
the crop tops are for the teens.
Yeah.
and
yeah,
the younger
crop
girls.
tops, the jeans, the jeans. Now,
While you got it, you
Be
might as well
mindful-
show
Flow
it.
it.
be
Right.
mindful, like, maybe certain, you don't want to provoke the wrong person either,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But
There's a way to do it in a taste.
I just feel like if
manner.
I'm her mom and I'm clearly... we're
Okay with
connected
it?
and I
Yeah.
see it, then
Nobody
why?
else should say
Right.
something.
Yeah. But
Right.
people do.
Well, people
tend
going to
to,
always talk
they're
regardless.
gonna say something.
Yeah.
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 They always feel like they
and
can
to
be
that,
better.
I say, fuck those people.
when I
And-
was
Hey,
listen,
my
I
daughter
used to
looks
wear the
cute.
crop tops when I was
Me
16,
too.
and everybody was like, "Oh,
We just
She's
didn't
a-
have an Instagram
she's
to
exactly."
post it on.
I didn't have
Mhm.
social media. I had the neighborhood. The neighborhood was Instagram.
Right. They don't
Oh,
want to
look at her
tell
with
her.
her
Why
little
she
crop
wearing
top.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I made it. It's my crop top because I used to cut them.
Yeah, of
I would
course.
buy them regular, and
Yeah,
I
you
would
just
cut
cut
them
them.
into a crop top.
Yeah. I was there.
It's normal. It was normal.
Right. Exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what we did.
I feel like people read too much into it.
And I can't wear crop tops now.
I know,
like,
me
I have
neither.
a little, you got the little tummy. Like I don't have 6 packs right
well,
now. So.
I have the oatmeal cookie shit
I
happening
have,
here.
I have
So-
a
Me
bagel.
too.
I have the bagel.
Yeah,
I
you
call it
have
a
the
bagel. 'Cause
bagel.
When I put my son together, you see a bagel. But like, yeah, I can't wear a crop top now. I wish I could wear a
Right.
crop
So
top
if we
now,
could go
but-
back and do it
Please.
when
I
we
wear
were
what I
16.
wanna wear.
Listen, if I could go
This
back,
is the time of your life,
I'm
bitch.
wearing it every single
Yeah,
day.
exactly.
Wear
Crop
bikinis and crop
booty
tops.
shorts.
and
Yes.
enjoy it
Hold on,
while you
'cause
can.
Catherine, you have a
I know. I feel like
beautiful
you don't
body.
have
What do you
anything
mean?
there,
You can
so
be
shut up.
There.
I was gonna tell you later.
I'm like, I'm holding it in. I'm like,
Well, listen.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. She camouflages it and dresses it
Very well.
I dress, I don't have
dress
a perfect body, but
appropriate
I,
to your size.
Yeah.
Right.
to my
You wear the
body.
right. Yeah, exactly. You
Well,
I-
that's a mom thing too, right? Like we all kind of have something we
have
want to
to.
hide a little
You
bit.
should
So
Of
be
course.
able
Yeah.
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 There's certain things you don't want to show.
Right. Yeah. But go ahead.
No, what were you
No,
gonna say?
you
Bud?
go.
a push-up bra goes a long way.
Well,
Doesn't
this-
it?
Yes. And the faja.
Push 'em up.
The
right.
underwire.
Yeah,
As
the
long as they got
underwire,
underwire push-up, I'm
exactly.
good.
Very
And the faja,
true.
yes.
Yes.
I'm
No.
not wearing mine now, but they do come in handy.
Right.
No, I was just gonna say, like, when you go out with the kids and stuff, do you like take the phones away at dinner and stuff like that?
No, and I should because we are all. But even I,
I
am
tried it
guilty
one
of.
time, but then exactly.
I know.
We tried it a few times, but then I get caught up in the
Yeah,
phone,
my
too.
son, he put me like he'll like why are you on the phone?
Yeah.
My
Right.
daughter does that to me.
I
You know what?
know.
You can have your phone back.
Because I
I know.
Because
Actually,
I don't
good
want to
point.
give up my phone.
I know.
It's like, all right, you know what?
Carry on.
Carry on. Go ahead. What you're doing. When the food comes, we'll put it down.
Just swallow the phone while you're
I
at
know.
it.
But it does like fuck with your relationship a little bit. Like
Yeah.
last night actually, like, you know, my husband was trying, like my son had finally fallen asleep, and I'm not a night person, so my ass be falling asleep at like 9 o'clock with my
Same.
son. So it's hard to have, you know, special time. And last night, like I was really in my phone, but I was working on some things like that, you know, Mel and I have work going on together and stuff. And my husband was really like, yo, you're going to like pay attention to me or you're going to stay in your phone. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And I
Yeah.
like
Let
put
me
the phone down.
away.
But I was
Yeah.
ODing. Like it really was like, that was probably one of the first times I was like, I have a problem. Like I'm
Yeah.
truly like, I'm ignoring motherfuckers and being on the
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think time management helps with that because I remember when I first started, this was before modeling, I used to blog for a website called Strawberry Blunt, and I was always on the computer, always like, and I never would like pay attention to
What's going on?
Yeah.
what was going on around me. And my son's father, and this is when I was with my son's father, and he would be like, yo, all you're doing is on the computer. I'm like, I'm trying to get to a certain level in my life.
Right.
Like, this is my career. Like, let me focus on this because
And I'll get right back.
later. Yeah, we'll have fun later.
I
Like,
know.
That's like really important that you said because even yesterday or maybe today even I got a phone call and I'm an entrepreneur. I do a lot of remote work from home so that I can be the super mom that takes the kids to school, cooks
do
dinner,
everything,
picks them
yeah.
up and do it all. So I'm always going through like decks and scripts and proposals and one sheets and television shows and crew and casting and all these kind of things. So it's very hard because my daughter's like, oh, Mom, another meeting. Oh, gosh, you're always on the phone. And it's like, okay, but it's like, how do I satisfy you? Because if I was in the office from 9 to 5 or 7 and I wouldn't get home until 8 or 9 with enough time to just put you to sleep,
It's the
Yeah.
same
it
thing.
would be the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, I work from home so that you can have
I know.
mommy at home, and it's still not good enough.
There's
I have
always
to make
guilt.
calls.
There's always
There's
guilt.
always
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
You can never do it.
I
Right.
can't time
No.
management to save my life. I'm always on call.
Well,
I've just kind of learned just to not beat myself up anymore. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
preach.
you know, I'm working. If you don't like it, too bad. This is how I'm making my
This
money
is
so
how
I
I
can
have
take
to
care of you.
work.
When,
Yeah.
when we have our quality time, we have our quality time. I mean, entrepreneurs, moms like us, we have to schedule in quality time. Like,
Right.
it
Yeah.
sucks, but we have to schedule in that time.
Yeah.
Because as long as we know that maybe Sunday is family day, the
Yeah.
whole week we go hard, we work, we were looking forward to Sunday, which is family day. And that
Right.
day is the day that you don't
Schedule
work, you don't do
anything.
anything, you just focus on just the family,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to pick that one day for that or that time. Like maybe dinner time is that
It could
time.
be an hour.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. Or make
Yeah.
everybody put their phone down. I mean, we can't even, it's bad. We can't even watch a movie with no phones.
I
Like,
know.
I
every-
have a
No.
friend that her and her husband with the kids, like, well, they live like this fancy rich lifestyle. All right, when it's time for dinner, all right, kids, everybody puts their phone in
away.
like a basket
Yeah.
and like nobody, like, you can't even look at your phone like during dinner time. It's dinner time, so we're all just,
I should try that.
and I think
I-
it works. I mean, they have like a nice dining table, so it's like, I don't know, I think that helps.
That
Right.
helps.
It doesn't
Right.
help when you're
You need a
like
setting.
at home. Like, I don't know. It's like the setting. It looks nice. I don't know.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't think I would do it at my house. I don't have like a nice dining table. I have like
I
A
try it at the
dinette.
restaurant.
Kiki
like
made
when
At
we
the
go out,
restaurant.
down the
yeah,
other
when
day.
we
Really?
go out to eat, we try to put the phones away. We try very hard to do that because then it's like, now let's talk. What happened to that?
Listen,
like, let's
this
talk.
is what
let's
I
get to
do.
this.
Honestly, I'd be like, okay, I just finished my 2 conference calls. I sent out 5 emails. Okay, Keziah, this is the time now. Come, let's hug. Let's talk. Come, let's hug.
You're like, let's cuddle.
This is our
Hug,
time
hug,
now
hug,
before the
5
next
minutes.
phone call. Please,
all
come
right,
on.
phone call.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
It's a lot.
you gotta
Like
fit
that.
it in when you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about when you're ready and they're not?
Right.
Mm.
When
That
I
happens-
want to
Reach.
hang out with you, and when I'm home and I want to be with you,
They're like, oh well, I have plans with my girlfriend. I have plans with this, and I'm
oh
like,
no, I'm watching this or I'm doing that.
Yeah. I know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm going through that now a lot.
I'm
like,
your parent.
hard.
You hang out with me when I tell you to.
Yeah.
Like,
They're not getting that memo at all. And now,
I
like,
made this time just for you.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
even exist, okay?
That's
Like,
not happening.
yeah. No,
Now,
my
as they
daughter
get
with
older,
the
that's
boo,
not
all over.
happening.
Like it's like we're all just having quality time. But I mean, it's
You
gotten
and her
better.
boo, yeah.
Yes, but it's hard to. So anyway, it's been real.
It's been great. It's been
Yes,
great.
we could keep going all day. Parenting teens is a bitch.
It
Sometimes
sure
the teens
is.
themselves are bitches, but
Right.
It
yeah.
keeps me on my toes. It
Definitely.
keeps
Right.
me young.
Challenging.
I feel like if I didn't have
It
something
does keep us young. Like,
yeah, like
I'm not gonna lie. Now we're continuing, and Tat's rolling his eyes. But I would not be up on a lot of like the music and slang and shit if I didn't have, a teen.
teenager. That's
Yeah.
right. They do
And
teach
so-
you a lot.
honestly, I think that my style would be slacking a little bit if my daughter was
Just a little though.
Just a little bit if my daughter wasn't being the influence that she is in my dressing.
So look at that.
I don't know. I think I would have been cool either way.
Yeah, me too.
I mean,
Man,
you know, I
They
think she,
came from me.
I know
They
how
cool 'cause of
I
me.
know how
They got
to
their
dress.
swag
That's
from you.
right.
I know how to dress, but she keeps me cool with the time. She's like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, mom, that was like 5 years ago."
Yeah. Although, wait,
that's
can
out
we
of
just talk about
season.
how all the shit from when we were teenagers though is
It's
back
coming
now?
back.
Yeah,
Only
definitely.
My
So-
daughter's really.
See, I don't throw anything
em-
out, so I'm like,
embracing
oh, this is
Oh.
back.
So your
Girl,
kids are
rock that.
lucky then,
I'm
because
trying
Yeah.
not to throw things. I mean, I don't. All of my stuff is whack. My mom's wardrobe was so lit, and she threw out all those Sergio Valente jeans.
Why?
Or like she gave them away. I think she didn't think they were gonna
come back.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you know, she wasn't from here. She was from DR, so she didn't know what Sergio Valente really was. She was
Yeah.
just buying this shit.
yeah,
Right.
Oh, this is
that's
dope,
what made
you
it
know
there.
what I mean?
Yeah,
She had heels, shoes, everything, and now they're all gone. I'm like, oh, mom,
I know.
would have so worn that right now.
And I did the same thing. I thought Fila was over, so and Champion was kind of on the end its way out
Champion
too.
was
and
like
it was
horrible, and then
Kmart.
they came
Yeah,
back and they were acting like it's Gucci.
I
I'm
know.
Like, well, good. I keep the same price from
Right.
from 10
Right.
years ago.
only it's
Don't
not.
try to
No, it's
estimate
not.
the
It's
price
not.
now.
They
Nah.
upped it.
They
Yeah.
upped it a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, tell the people where they can find you.
Well, I'm on DTF Radio, Digital Empire Nation Radio Show, every Thursday from 7 to 9. Tune in, and you can find me on Instagram. I am _LILNAT.
Melanie, Miss Melanie on Instagram, mz.melony, and bartvshow.com on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe.
And you could just follow me on Instagram, Catherine K. Nunez. And that's Catherine with a K. And you will stay updated with everything I have going on my page because I post all the time.
She does,
And
y'all.
I'm always on my story. My stories be lit.
They do. They do. And I'm Miss Mary Almonte, and we are at Young Urban Moms. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Boy,
That
I'm
was
sweating.
good.
Yeah.
I'm sweating.